Welcome to the current situation at Manchester United. There's a long-standing adage that goes like this: all good things come to an end. All good things come to an end. And that would relate to Manchester United that hosted Chelsea at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-finals. All of us Manchester United supporters had a glimmer of hope that maybe this would be it. This would put a stamp on Ole getting his first trophy for Manchester United. That's the hope that we had in the preview against Chelsea. Now it's funny because Manchester United, if you look at the records this season, Manchester United has made Chelsea their bitch all of this season up until today. But as you can see by today's result, you could say that the bitch was like, hey, I ain't gonna make you run over me no more. I'm a son for myself as it relates to my preview game, my preview video, I should say. Well, it was based on the game, but that's a different story. Um, Manchester United versus Chelsea. Chelsea beat Manchester United 3 goals to 1. Now, this is my thoughts. This is my thoughts. I said that Manchester United needed, in my preview, of course, I said Manchester United needed to rest players, which Ole did. He did, to his credit. But as it relates to the formation, bro, as it relates to the players you played, bro, and the players you didn't rest, bro, I'm gonna break it down into syllables so everybody can understand because it doesn't make any sense. We just speak in a spectacular vernacular when we don't understand each other language. So let us just play it in a more easier language. The formation, three at the back, three at the back. That formation was unheard of. I've never seen a formation like that after having this length of form leading up to the FA Cup semi-finals and then just change course. Like you take a detour and change the formation. Yes, you change the players, but don't change the formation. That's going to kill the chemistry. That's going to kill the fluidity that's going to kill the smoothness of how the game plays in our favor. Personally, I think that Wan-Bissaka shouldn't have started today. Wan-Bissaka was poor, absolute garbage, absolute garbage. I mean, dude, I know you're trying to there's this debate with you and the guy down the street named Trent Alexander-Arnold on being the best right back in the Premier League and in England. But dude, if you continue like this, you're not going to be the best right back in England. Period. Period. You're not even going to be the best right back in Manchester. If you're going to take an extra touch and you know you're shit at extra touches, do not take the extra touch. Because there are times you lost possession of the ball. Yes, you did decent defensively, but dude, when you're on the ball, bro, I'm like fingers crossed. I'm like fingers crossed. Going to uh the nearest Roman Catholic church and going on bending the knee to say, I pray this dude doesn't mess it up. That's what I'm basically saying. Eric Bailly, he didn't have the best game. He came off with a head injury. What the fuck, dude? I mean, he and Harry Maguire, which I'm getting into in a second, had bums of head, had a clash. And it's funny because Harry Maguire went down was the first one to go down, and then Eric Bailly follow up by going down last. Well, I mean, he's a black man, so I mean, he should be last one. But this Harry Maguire, what are you doing, bro? This dude is our captain for Manchester United, and this dude, there was a time in the second half where he was on the ball looking for a person to pass the ball to. Bruno Fernandes was in front of him. Players from Chelsea were pressing him. This dude was acting like he was like one of the best midfielders in the Premier League trying to pick out a pass. trying to say, no, I ain't going to play the easier pass. I'm going to look for a player that I can ping out a pass to. Bro, just pass the ball. You're a defender. You have no takers to your game. That's real talk. That's real talk. You have no takers to your game. Play to your strengths. Pass the ball. You are our captain. Poor defensive display from our captain today. And as it relates to the left back, Brandon, I ain't gonna get into Brandon Williams because he's a young guy and he just doesn't know any better. But when you're in that situation, you just clear the ball. Don't pass the ball to your defender, or that because I knew that was your attempt. You were passing it to one of the centre backs, and because of that poor back pass, it found Mason Mount, and the rest was history, which I'm getting into. Poor display from Brandon Williams. Again, dude, you're a young guy, and I know you don't know any better. But when you're in that situation, clear the ball. And Brandon Williams might be saying, well, nigga, you ain't playing the game. You don't. Listen, I played football. I've played left back a few times. I'm not a left back by nature or by nurture, but I've played left back. When you're in that situation or position, when you're pressed by the opposition, you clear the ball. Whether it goes for a throw in, a corner kick, or a goal kick, clear the ball. When in doubt, just clear it out. Simple as. Simplicity. In midfield, Matic was solid as usual. Pogba was decent. Pogba didn't have the best games, bro. I mean, there was times he had the ball in tight space and he would come through, like a blue Subaru. But yeah, he was decent. He was decent. His play was clean. He passed the ball forward. Bruno Fernandes was not garbage. I wouldn't say he was garbage, but he was very poor. Very, 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 very poor. Poor display from the midfield. Do not start this dude continually, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This dude is not. He's not Zohan. He's not a bionic person. This dude doesn't have three lungs. Well, he's not Asian, probably that's why. But he doesn't have three lungs. Don't start him all the games. Yes, he's a crucial and vital player in our midfield. But don't start this game. Don't start him in all of these games, bro. And Fred. Oh, I just forgot that Pogba came on for Fred. I should have going on Fred. Yeah, Fred had a I mean he had a decent game. He was clean in his tackles, his first touches, um allowed the Chelsea players, particularly midfielders, to misinterpret where he was going because he's very good in his first touches and he drew a few fouls. But yeah, Fred was decently good, but that wasn't enough. That was not enough. As it relates to the front three, no, it was actually a front two. What is Daniel James? Why is Daniel James playing as a second stringer striker? Why is he playing as a secondary striker? Yes, I get what Ole is trying to do. He's trying to allow, like, if Bruno Fernandes is on the ball and Chelsea has space in behind, he's telling Daniel James to run in behind, just like that, running behind, running behind, whether they get the ball or not, running behind. Yeah, I get that, but that doesn't, dude. Daniel James is not a player. Yes, he thrives on space, but even in those types of spaces, you need to be more tactful in your thoughts, in your movements. Not every player, because there was a lot of space in front of him, was successful. Ask Theo Walcott when he was at Arsenal. This dude got more offsides than anything. This dude, it's all about IQ of the game, bro. Again, I ain't going into Daniel James that much because he didn't have the best of games and he doesn't play that much. But come on, brother. Come on. Anthony Martial, solid game. Not the best of games from him. Marcus Rashford had a few. This Marcus Rashford needs to work on his left foot, bro. Work on your left foot because there was a ball that was passed into your feet in space and you took it onto your left foot and you shoot it at the far post and it went far off the far post. Work on your left foot shooting. Work on your left foot shooting. So the front three wasn't it wasn't fiery as usual. Odionigalo wasn't that bad. I mean the game um Mace Mew came on, you know. Oh, speaking of Anthony Martial, this dude is very clever in the box. This dude can win a penalties. And of course he won Manchester United a penalty which wasn't enough. And Bruno Fernandes slotted it home. I left out one player on purpose. And I say you cannot start the game without starting him in the starting level. And that is Manchester United's number one goalkeeper, David De Gea. Some would say he's so great he has three names to his birth certificate, David De Gea. Well, I said in a podcast of mine on this YouTube channel that this dude he got his hymen broke in the World Cup against Portugal when Cristiano Ronaldo scored a hat-trick against him. That's what I said. And everybody was saying, "Oh, that's just one game. He will come back. He will come back to his world-class form with the season he had with United prior." I'm still waiting on that season. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. I'm participating and anticipating in that season. I'm waiting. This dude, let us just keep shit real, dude. This dude is finished as a top goalkeeper. He's still a decent, good goalkeeper, but as a top level goalkeeper, David De Gea is finished. David De Gea is finished. David De Gea is finished. This dude has poor handling. He has good. This is the thing about David De Gea, and this is why he's been praised a lot against that Arsenal game. That Arsenal game at the not Etihad Stadium, the Emirates Stadium. A lot of the shots that were taken at David Gea in that game was straight at him. It's not like he had to dive for it and dive for it. It's straight at him, at his foot, at his arm, at his chest. He didn't have to move that much. So that would look like a classic David De Gea vintage performance. The reality is that David De Gea is not that great as we think he is. He's not. David Gea is one of the poorest goalkeepers this season. Although he's still a top candidate to winning the golden gloves. But apparently those gloves weren't working for him because he slipped on two goals. Two goals. The first one from Olivier Giroud, which is like a classic centre forward goal in the box, penalty box, one touch goal. David Gea slipped on it. I don't know if he had bread and butter or something, but he didn't hold on to that ball. And the second goal from Mason Mount. Come on, brother. At your near post? Seriously? That was a poor display from David De Gea. And I'm having second thoughts because, dude, I don't think this dude is on like 290k per week, if not 300k per week. And we're giving this dude a lot of money, a lot of paper per week to play like this? My thing is that Dean Henderson needs to be starting for Manchester United next season. And Romero being second. Yes, Romero might slip a ball or balloon because he has butter fingers naturally. But this dude is better at goalkeeping. Yes, it might be a big risk, but give this guy a chance. Poor display for Manchester United. 3 goals in a semi-finals, dude. Do not tell me that, oh, Manchester United play on Thursday and we needed to rest. It was poor fixtures. It was poor schedule from the FA. We should have played on Monday. Nigga, that don't mean shit. Don't mean shit. You've been in quarantine for like 2 to 3 months. I know you're talking about rest. What type of rest period are you talking about? Hibernation? You were hibernated for like 3 months. 3 months. What are you talking about rest for? What, 8 hours of sleep is not good enough? Poor display for Manchester United. A lot of persons were saying, yeah, we go trust Chelsea. And even I see Marcus Rashford on his Twitter page, which I don't follow, but someone whenever someone retweets a page or a tweet, you follow that person, you will be able to see it. And I saw this. He said to Greenwood, Mason Greenwood, I think he said it to Anton Marcel as well. Let's go get them. And Greenwood had the emoji with the fist bump. Well, basically, you could say that Chelsea gave you the fist bump, bruh. He gave your side the fist bump, bruh. Chelsea was and it's not even the best Chelsea squad in years. But you can see that Frank Lampard is displaying a system with Chelsea. He's displaying a system with Chelsea. And dude, Chelsea is going to be one hell of a team next season. They have two signings down to the belt already. Two. So a lot of persons that were on their high horses, which I ain't gonna lie, because I thought we were going to beat Chelsea 2-1, which I said in my preview, but it ended up being 3-1 on the other end of the spectrum, and we got trashed. Poor display. The formation was out. Stick with the formation, bro. Stick with the formation. Do not change the formation because of Chelsea. Stick with the formation, whether it's a superior team or an inferior team. Don't display your inferiority complex on the pitch. Because they're going to be second fiddle and you're going to be the black horse in the game. You're going to become second best. Play your best 11 that is fit and has stamina. Well, I shouldn't say best 11, but you guys know what I mean. Play the players that needs to play, that needs game time. Play them in your system and see if you will get results. That's the thing I have to give credit to Liverpool, dude. Whenever Shaqiri, Origi, that rhyme, doesn't it? Another players play in the Liverpool system, they still get results. So I change it. So why change your formation to appease and please the opposition? Hmm? Poor display. I mean, dude, this is a reality check for Manchester United. I n- I would never expected that result for Manchester United. So again, I want you guys to leave your thoughts on the game in the description down below, bro. In the comment section down below, because it's not a descriptive performance for one, and secondly, that performance shouldn't be in existence, but it is. So let's deal with it. Comments down in the comment section, bro. I want to hear what you guys have to say. This is one of the poorest performances I've ever seen by Manchester United this year. And if we want to win the title, and if we want to challenge the Champions League next season, dude, we have to be realistic with ourselves. Yes, we have good players, but good players aren't enough if you don't have a solid system and a style of play. It doesn't make any sense. It's like pimping. You can have the most attractive woman sell their pussy for you. But I think if they don't have any game or information that is uncommon to the common person, and the average person, you think they're going to get themselves some money for pussy just because they look good? No, they need information. Same thing with any good side. Not because you have a good side means you're going to play or have a solid style of play. It's all about the game, dude. It's all about the game. It's all about the information, the tactics, the style of play. Even if you're a black horse or one of those side that is like on the odds list, it's still tactics is still needed. So it's good to get good players, bro. But if you don't have no system, then what sense does it make? Your players is good enough. Let us just concentrate on top four because we might get a new awakening in the EuroLeague, and I want us to win the EuroLeague. But this is supposed to tell us that we shouldn't take most games for granted. It it should, because we have Inter Milan in the EuroLeague. Shout out to Lukaku and Sanchez and Ashley Young coming back to his old club. But well, that's it's not it hasn't been proven that they will play against us in EuroLeague. But hopefully in the final we'll play against them. But come on, brother, what kind of performance is that? This was our chance to win a trophy. I'm not even pissed, bro. I'm just heated and beaten. That's all. That's all. So again, I want to hear what you guys. What's your thoughts on the game and what we can do better? Progressing and processing after this piss poor performance by Manchester United. So I want you guys to leave your thoughts on the game. What's your stand on David here? Should he stay? Should he leave? What you guys think? Just leave your comments down below and I'll hold you guys in the next video podcast. Peace.